Alright, welcome back to the broadcast. Map 3 officially live here. Buell's on the peak from long. It was down one quickly. That was CX falling in a flash there. Brett was able to get some redemption for him. Still sitting in a 4-on-4 here. Cynic making contact with Brett in connector. Austin dropping down ladder. Cynic there waiting for him. Cynic able to react in time. Lands the headshot. Right, here's some action in connector. Able to put down one. That was Cynic after he opened the door. Trade went out, and then Beaky able to get a pick here on to the B water area, actually. Or excuse me, the rotation area behind A. He then falls into bathrooms, able to kill Carson in bathroom. Here's those footsteps at short. Exotic 1v2. Able to headshot Beaky here at the front of the A side. 1v1 situation. Exotic does have the health advantage. No kit. Steps off the defuse. He's able to put down Silas at the CT stairs. And with no kit, he's still going to get the defuse here. And Gaimin Gladiators able to clinch the ever-important first half pistol round here on map 3. BHOP did go for the full force. 2 Galils and AK. Sal's with MAC-10 CX on the tech. Exotic looking for an early pick here at Fountain. Not quite able to connect. Yeah, at least not for quite as much damage as he was looking for. And he's eventually picked off by Brett. Now committing towards B, making their way through the main tunnel. Austin able to put down George in front of Monster. CX wrapping around to short, catches Carson off guard at sandbags. It should be a BHOP round as they look to convert on the force buy. Cynic in B-Wells, just lurking for exits. Cynic finished off at the end of short. B-Wells not going to be allowed to survive either, alongside bathrooms. We're all tied up at 1 round each. GG left a bit low on funds here, but they're actually going to force buy up. We saw this last map as well from them. Forcing on round 3, that is. 3 Deagles, 2 5.7s for GG. Standard setup for them on these round 3 forces. Brett able to quickly down 2 there in the B side. Cynic trading back for 2 at short. Impressive play with a 5.7 from Cynic, but it's not going to be enough. Beaky able to get those final 2 kills into connector with the Galil. BHOP now in the lead by 1, and GG has left themselves a bit of a rough situation here. They're low on funds again, coming off that force buy. And I think if BHOP can just stay calm here, keep flowing without too much hesitation. They could have a very strong first half. Take the series. Austin able to down 3 quickly here at the B side, including leading in with 2 Galil kills there. Brett good for the final kill into heaven, and BHOP only losing a single player that round. That was a majority eco from GG. They are on a full buy now on the CT side. Spammed over by water. Austin eventually able to finish off Cynic, and water takes down George as well. Quick flick there from Austin. Beaky making contact with Carson in lower connector. Carson trying to advance towards him. Beaky puts him down with a Galil headshot. That's only B-Wills remaining here at short B. Bomb planted at the A site. B-Wills just going to lurk this one out on the B water railings. He's not going to be allowed to do so. Beaky able to kill him at range there through the connector exit door. BHOP now up by 3, and GG again. Too low on funds here for rifles. George pushing through the monster tunnel. Walks right into the crosshairs of CX. This is a majority eco for GG. So BHOP certainly in another prime position to grab another quick round. Although BHOP seemingly still taking their time here. BHOP now taking control of the B side. CX checking that flank, drops 2. Austin able to get the final kill in water. BHOP now officially up by 4, but GG will be on full rifles again. Exotic on the op as well. Bit of a slow start here for George and Carson on the Gladiator side, both still looking for their first frag. Obviously a bit uncharacteristic for both of them. Beaky lurking in connector. Able to get a pick early here. It was a bit risky, but it's going to pay off. Beaky actually didn't take any damage at all there. Still a lot of time remaining. BHOP seemingly can go wherever they want here based on how clean their picks have been so far at both sites. Making their way on to be late, but it's Cynic looking to ruin the party from heaven. Kills 2 from up there. He won't stop the bomb plant. He'll He'll meet his demise as he drops into water. B-Wills and Exotic still looking to retake. B-Wills able to kill one on sight as he moves in from the connector water. 2-on-2 situation, not a whole lot of time to work with here. B-Wills with the spam kill into water. CX gonna trade and get that final kill onto Exotic in water as well. BHOP now leading by 5. Gladiators apparently still not taking a timeout here. They're going to try to just power through this slump that they're in. Semi-buy for the CT side. 4 Desert Eagles, George on the 5-7. And BHOP can't get too comfortable here. Even in this type of situation, you can't take any rounds for granted. Beaky leading the way up the connector stairs, able to put down Carson with the MAC-10 there below party. An aggressive 1-dig through the water tunnel, but it's Brett flexing that AK accuracy as he transfers over to a second headshot there in the water tunnel. Bomb planted at the B site, and this is certainly going to be a 7th round going to BHOP. Big 1-dig from Cynic into the B site. Cynic not surviving the detonation there. Again, no timeout taken, but GG is going to be on a full rifle buy. Exotic on the op. BHOP moving up through water, but Cynic killing 3 from connector. Looking for a 4th. It's Carson able to kill Austin through the B plywood spam. CX remaining there by the connector exit. Carson able to finish him off after re-peeking from short. GG able to get a much needed 2nd round for themselves. It looks like BHOP is actually called for timeout. They do have max funds. Live play resuming. BHOP running 4 AKs CX on the op. Still a bit spread out here. Carson holds his ground in water, kills Beaky at the connector exit. Silas then advances towards short, kills Cynic in A short. Carson on the re-peek into connector exit, able to find another kill there. Partial spam. B-Will is able to put down Silas at the end of bathrooms. Man advantage for GG. B-Wills has the bomb down now. And it's CX versus 3. CX caught in bathrooms. And GG seems to be staging a bit of a rally here as they look to make this scoreline a bit closer. BHOP continuing to let some time off the clock here in round 11. Austin does pick up the bomb in the B lobby. Dodging some spam at long. Tries to land a spam shot in return there. It looks like BHOP is probably going to commit A here. If they're going to fall back to B or connector, it would have to be right now. And they're not going to do that. Silas and Brett each able to get an AK pick here onto the A side. Austin and CX backing them up. And it's only Cynic remaining by truck. Brett going to put him down with an AK headshot. BHOP back up by 5, but GG does have money for rifles here, even though Cynic is a little bit low on funding. Timeout taken by the Gladiators, I believe. Looking to fend things off in water, able to quickly put down Austin. Brett does get the trade. Carson able to trade right back. Weekly surviving this initial barrage with only 3 HP. Silas was still pushing through the monster tunnel. Somehow comes up with a pick there. And Silas with just 13 HP combined underneath 40 seconds remaining. Carson peeking out again from the B barrel is able to finish off Silas. He knows there's at least one more there. CX off the re-peek will not survive. Beaky just trying to fall back and save this AK. Or not. He was moving through the monster tunnel, finished off by Carson. BHOP still up by 4. But it feels like GG is getting the momentum going again. CX tagged low here. Outside of the B side. Looks like he might be rotating back now towards A, but it's George. Aggressively pushed through playground, drops 2. Exotic able to get a pick of his own here. From party to the top at connector, it's only Austin left alive for BHOP. So it looks like GG is continuing to close the gap here as they are about to secure a 5th round. Austin does take 1 down with him in connector. No timeout taken. BHOP on a full or majority buy again. 4 AK-47 CX on the Tech 9. Cynic pushing down the connector stairs. He's able to find that early pick onto Beaky. Exotic able to get a pick towards long from bathrooms. Brett will fall. All 5 GG players still alive. Cynic moving back up from the connector stairs does kill Austin outside of bathrooms. BHOP left in a 2v5. Cynic able to fend off 1 more in bathrooms. Trade goes out. It's only Silas remaining. Exotic able to get that final frag with the op, and we head into the final round of the first half. BHOP only leading by 2 now. Very aggressive towards Fountain. George does kill the first. Austin able to get the trade. Exotic does put down Austin in response there with the op, but won't survive past that. CX good for the trade there on the Cynic at short A, but Gladiators have the health advantage and now the man advantage. CX left in a 1v2. He does have the C4 in his possession. Op in play. He's only got 25 health. Full CT's still with full HP. B-Will's keeping an eye on long. He will get the final kill of the first half. BHOP now leading by just a single round. Things is definitely looking a bit more concerning for them than it was earlier in the half when they were up by 5. So this pistol round in the first few rounds of the second half definitely could have a lot of lasting implications. Looks like we're about to go right into the second half here. Looks like a timeout is being taken. Possible this is tech related. Not sure if that was tech related or not, but live play has resumed. Second half officially underway. Welcome if you're just joining us. This is the third and deciding map. Winner of this map will be advancing to the Melbourne closed qualifier. CX advancing down long defensively. He's got backup. Brett's with him. George able to get the initial pick. Brett gonna trade out by the flower wall. B-Will's leading the charge down long. It's actually Cynic registering that next kill into the A side. B-Wills does get the bomb planted. Cynic able to get another kill here at the back of the A site. Cynic with another headshot towards Truck, but it's Silas responding with 3 USP headshots. Absolute insanity. Can he get the next? He does! Silas! Defying logic and physics with 4 headshots plus the defuse there. BHOP up by 2. GG did go for the 4 spot here. 3 goals in AK. Carson on the MAC-10. CX boosted by Plywood, but he doesn't get any info out of that besides a clear water path. "55 seconds on the clock." GG already advancing a couple players on to be there, but that's not where the bomb is. It's Beaky moving up long. Able to drop Cynic, but he has to reload. That's going to cost him. Carson getting redemption. George with 2 picks over here near the B site. And GG might convert on this force. B-Will's able to pick off CX from heaven. Austin does get redemption just a couple seconds later. Bomb has been planted B default. It's only Austin remaining for BHOP. Makes his way out of the CT halls. Does kill George at Graffiti. Austin just trying to save this SMG over in bathrooms. officially detonates. GG now trailing by just a single round. GG making their way towards B. George able to get the entry kill. Austin and Silas do respond. George getting a defensive stop, but the trades have gone out. Man advantage for GG. Silas does kill B-Wills there on the site railing, but it's Exotic and Carson getting the final trades needed for the terrorist side. And we are all tied up once more, this time at 9 rounds each. On a save. Stack pushing from outside B. B-Will's able to kill the first. Silas gonna trade. Carson still over by T. Spawn kills too. Cynic good for that final Mac 10 kill there. On to Austin. GG now in the lead, but BHOP does have money for rifles. CX gonna be opping this round as well. A one tap it long from Carson. GG looking to commit to the A site. And Austin defending. Austin able to kill the first front side. Cynic trades back for 2. Brett on the rotation kills 2 in response. 2v2 situation, minute on the clock. Exotic gets the bomb planted here at default. He's been spotted from Bank, re-peeks Bank to kill Silas in the close range. Quickscope connects onto Brett as well. Impressive shots there from Exotic. That is going to put Gaimin Gladiators up by 2. BHOP a bit heavy at B this round. This is eco for them. BHOP's going to take care of Beaky early in connector. Fairly straightforward eco around here. Cynic drops a couple more at the B side. Beal is able to get that final kill into B short. GG now up by 3. And BHOP really can't afford to let any more rounds slip away here. They are going to be on a full rifle by CX opping again. Timeout has been taken, unclear by which side. Might be from BHOP here. So they try to slow things down a bit going into their rifle round. GG. Committing to B already, making their way onto site. Brett on the head stack. From the end of the CT halls, does kill one on site. CX able to pick another on site. Bomb has not been planted. B-Will's looking to change that, and he does. CX peeking in from heaven, picks one. Smoke is still down here at site. BK able to finish off one there with the nade towards connector. So that's good for the trade onto B-Wills, and BHOP is still in this, folks. As they secure the defuse and grab a 10th round. GG essentially spread out on their default here. Brad on the boost peak into water, does pick George. Smooth start to the round for BHOP. Making contact here. Brett long with Austin. They both take a significant amount of damage. Exotic tagged over at B short, but comes up with the pick onto Silas. Regardless, Cynic able to get a trade onto the B side. B-Will is going to pick CX on the B side. Bomb has been planted B default. Austin and Beaky just saving these rifles. GG gonna go up by 3 again, and BHOP definitely in the hot seat at the moment. Timeout taken here, I believe, by BHOP. Just a brief one. They are on rifles still. CX opping. GG approaching things passively here near Fountain, but they're more grouped up than usual, not spread out on their default here. CX tagged low in bathrooms. He's trying to fall back towards long, but there's a molly and some potential enemies there. Beaky helping him out. Beaky gonna pick one long. CX with low health still gets a pick in the bathroom before getting traded out. George gonna put down Beaky at long as well. Man advantage for BHOP. Planted at the B site. Carson with a swift headshot towards the end of CT Halls. That does bring this to a 2-on-2. Carson still looking, and Graffiti catches Austin off guard, who thought Graffiti was already clear. Brett dropping into water from heaven. He's able to finish off Carson there at Graffiti, but he doesn't know George is right there at Monster, or even if he suspected it, he still tried to stick the bomb. George gonna finish him off. GG now up by 4. BHOP with a bit of a mixed economy, so they're not going to be able to get the cleanest buy, but it is going to be majority rifles here for the CT side. BHOP taking another timeout. Towards B early in the round. It's not a full commit quite yet, but George has got a pick on site. Default rails. Brett walks right into the enemy. He's not going to survive. That's going to be able to put down Austin as well. Carson good for the trade here at Monster. CX does get a pick from heaven, but he's left in a 1v3. CX just saving the op, so GG is going to take this to series point.
Terrorists win.
Blinded at B. Cynic and Carson leading the way onto the B site, each getting a quick entry kill. Carson continuing to clear the site. Beaky does kill one off the rotation. But the bomb is about to be planted. Things not looking too hot here for BHOP. Exotic able to pick off Austin at the end of the CT Halls. Beaky on that re-peek from the end of the CT Halls does kill Exotic, but Carson going to get the final trade of the series. Congratulations to Gaimin Gladiators, who will be advancing to the closed qualifier for Melbourne. A well-fought battle and a handshake to BHOP. They weren't quite able to execute what they wanted to on maps 2 and 3 there. But ultimately, they still did have a bit of a impressive rally here on Overpass. They just ultimately weren't able to hang on. That chemistry and solidity of that Gaimin Gladiators lineup coming through clutch, even though they had Exotic stepping in for Jazz Pimp. Still going to be interesting to watch BHOP moving forward here, we'll see if Austin and Brett end up becoming permanent members of the team or not. With that said, we're going to talk more about this qualifier and a lot of other NA happenings on my next stream, so make sure you're giving a follow here. Turn those notifs on as well. You guys can give me a follow on Twitter, same alias at Hamtaro1H. With that said, have a great night, everybody.